morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to another special edition of What's Hot with Pop. Today in the studio with me, I have a bunch of people that do different things for the community that go around helping people, and we're going to talk about the things that they do, how they help people, and whatnot. So I'm going to let everybody introduce themselves, starting on the end right here.
My name is Devontre Mouton.
Mr. Devontre.
Isabella Mouton.
Mr.
Mia Cole Arthur.
James Dub Joseph.
Joshua Edmond.
Good. Now that we introduced everybody, Ms. Mia, start off with our discussion for today.
We're talking about My Life, which is a free community program for the youth between the ages of 13 to 23 who have had experiences with mental health issues, substance abuse, foster care, suicide. It's a program that has been brought to Lafayette since April in conjunction with Councilman Patrick Lewis.
Okay. So how did My Life get started?
My Life got started in 2012 in Shreveport and in Baton Rouge. Just dealing with mental illness. They saw that there was no base, a free thing for the youth to experience, to express, to get mentorship, to get help. And then they realized we can't just help the youth, we need to help the families. So they've now involved the families. And so since April, the rest of the state has gone has gone active, but Lafayette Parish has gone extremely well with it as well.
Okay. What are some things that My Life do? Like, what are some activities that they do?
We just had the Youth Day at the Capitol. May is Mental Illness Month, so we went to the state capitol with youth from all over the state to just show the our elected officials that, hey, we are here with them, we're supporting them. We need to keep these programs, all these services that are in the budget still there and active. We also offer a job fair for the youth. So that they learn how to apply for applications, go to different areas, resume building. But we also do it for the parents as well. We do a prom for the youth as well. Dealing with mental issues, sometimes they don't feel comfortable in that youth setting. So we give them the opportunity to have a different setting and to just enjoy themselves. And it is a stigma-free zone. There's no judgment at all.
Okay, tell me about the youth day at the Capitol. How did that get started, and what was the purpose of that?
That got started 3 years ago. The Youth Day at the Capitol has been held. It's for mental health awareness. It's to bring awareness to the mental illness. Mental illness covers a wide range of problems, of course. It deals with ADHD, it deals with suicide, it deals with peer pressure, it deals with foster care, it deals with substance abuse, it deals with homeless, it deals with all of the areas with the youth that can cover. And so once once Darren Harris, who was the president and CEO of Ikaya Youth Project, realized that there was not this platform, he made it one. And so since that time, it has expanded. Last year, there was 600 youth at the Capitol. This year, we had over 1,600.
Tell me, how did you get started with all this? How did you get started?
I was approached in January, in the beginning of the year. In December, I had a relative of mine that committed suicide. And going through everything, I was approached so that how would I feel about making sure that there's more awareness for this, that they're not alone, that there is no shame in asking for help. And I took it as an honor so that I could learn more as they learn more. And so from that time, I've learned a lot and continue learning a lot.
Tell me how people can get involved with My Life. How can they get involved in it?
With My Life in Lafayette, you can get involved with contacting my cell number, 337-212-6659. My Life does have a Facebook page. You can also get in contact with Ikaya Youth Project, which is out here as well. But for the Lafayette area, I'm one of the coordinators. Chris Lazard is another coordinator out of the Opelousas area. So our area covers from Opelousas to Morgan City and Patterson.
what are the main parts of my life? Like, what is the basics of it?
The basic of it is simply to offer, excuse me, to offer leadership skills to youth, to show them how to become a leader, to how to live in social and to live with their mental illness and still become a leader in their community, to still become proactive and to still become involved. Initiatives, we teach them coaching, we engage them, we empower them to use their voices, and we stand with them so that when they do have a problem, we stand with the family. We do go with the families into schools with them for meetings to advocate. A huge part of my life dealing with the mental illness is that we believe in keeping the family together, which means keeping the kid home, dealing with their mental illnesses. So we support all aspects of it.
Mm-hmm. Cool. What are some things that y'all like do on a daily basis with my life?
On a daily basis, there's home counseling that we offer for the youth and for the mom. Sitting down with them, resources if they need, different resources as they're assisting them with their doctor's appointments, helping them with their information that they need to go by. With the summer now approaching us, our now goal has been changed to simply making sure that the kids have programs that they can go to making sure that all of our families have that resource. Not only for the summer camps that they can pay, but also for free. We also make sure that come for the next school year, those youth have everything that they need for school, whether it be that they're going to another school, we make sure everything is together for them.
Okay. Now, when you're working with the youth, how is your mindset? Like, is your mindset to work with them, or like to, if you put yourself in their shoes, like if you was going to do the same thing, how's your mindset?
You want to empathize with them. You don't want to, make them feel like there's something wrong. You talk with them, not at them. You engage them. You let them lead you, and they are very knowledgeable on what they feel comfortable in speaking with. On a daily, I kind of deal with the parent side of it. I deal with the parents where they're at, where I'm at my limit. I can't handle this. I'm done with it, those type of things. So I handle the support end of it 24 hours. You're able to reach me 24 hours a day because there's sometimes in the middle of the night is the only time that caregiver, and I deal with not just parents, grandparents, aunts, uncles, any type of caregiver that there are, you can reach out and I'm there to help you.
What are some other upcoming events that New Life is dealing with?
Actually, this one on Thursday with my panel here. Mm-hmm. So I would feel you guys could definitely come on in. Miss Isabella?
Tell us about the event coming up on Thursday.
The Stop the Violence rally, something we want to do to try and stop the violence.
Mm-hmm. How did that come about?
Actually, I seen it on TV, and I said, well, that's something we could do. Mm-hmm. And I called James to see if he was in it, and we started from there.
Okay, so y'all want to get together and stop the violence. So y'all doing the block party. How is that about? Like, is it just for the teens or is it for everybody?
It's for everybody.
Is it free of charge?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so tell us more about the block party. Like, tell us more about it, Mr. James.
Free food. Interactive games. We're going to have guest speakers of a wide variety of people who was victims of violence of some sort, whether it was domestic violence, gun violence. We're going to have, it's going to be awesome. It's going to be a lot of different people, colorful people out there. I'm going to actually step up and speak and say a little something because I grew up in the area, and the area was once known for violence. It's a lot quieter now, and I would like to see it stay like that. It's more neighborhood friendly. Our kids can ride their bikes, and it's not like it once was. And it's gonna be nice. I mean, it's gonna be music. They're gonna have a demonstration of a Dress for Success demonstration. It's gonna be a lot of activities. So everybody should come on out.
Okay, what is y'all purpose of doing this Stop the Violence rally? What is y'all goal to get out of it?
Well, me personally, I mean, I just, coming from where I come from and heading in the direction I'm heading, and I would like to lead by example and show the youth that they have alternatives, that they have different choices that they can make. They don't have to resort to gun violence, you know, and I've been affected by gun violence or violence on many different fronts. So, you know, I just want to be an example that, hey, you know, it's cool to not pick up a gun, you know, it's cool to not resort to violence, to express yourself, you know, even dealing with the bullying in school or on any level, you know, it's cool to be able to communicate and confront a level or go to an adult or a mentor or somebody who maybe can mediate. You know, I think you know, they need to get a different message than what they're getting from the music and from the entertainment industry that they're seeing a whole lot on TV, you know.
What is one thing you can help somebody that's dealing with that?
What is one thing that I can help somebody that's dealing with that? I would say dealing with what in particular?
Violence.
Domestic violence or?
Violence, period. Because there's verbal violence and domestic violence, period.
One thing that I could do, first they would have to be willing. You know, they have to be open-minded. And I mean, there's many different resources that I can expose them to in order to get help, you know, or bring them to get help. And even me personally, just sitting and talking with them, you know, starting with that, seeing how that would work, you know, but some situations are more extreme than others. You know, some of these kids come from some underprivileged circumstances, been traumatized, and they might not be able to relate to somebody who can't relate to them. So, you know, trying to get them with someone who can actually relate to them and been through experience that they've been through may open up a door or avenue for.
What are some signs that you can see that you can tell that somebody's going through violence?
I would see by their body language or the way they, like for a child, the way they be, the things they're going through in school. That's a telltale sign of them being in a household with some violence or abuse going on. Them having their pants sagging or their head down. They may need some encouragement. You know, they may be struggling with self-esteem issues. They may need to be told that they're loved. You know, they may just need a hug, you know. Or their socioeconomic conditions can affect that as well, you know.
Mr. Josh, you want to say something?
How you doing? Well, to piggyback what everybody been saying, with the block party, we were trying to bring awareness, educate, and show that the community can come together. We have different leaders from different neighborhoods that formed a committee to start this little unit, this thing going on, you know. Ms. Isabella and Mr. Joseph, you know, I got a hold of both of them when they called me, and I contacted a few other people. It started a snowball effect, and we're here now, you know. And the most important thing is that even after this rally, it don't stop with the rally, and we're not gonna be saying stop the violence or don't do this on June 2nd. It's every day, every hour, every second. You know, in Lafayette alone, in 2013, if I recall correctly the numbers, we had 4 people that was murdered. In 2014, it jumped to 9. 15, it jumped to 20. You know, and if you don't think that's an epidemic, you know, something is wrong. You know, so we got to come out, the leaders of the community, you know, and say, look, this is what we got to do. We got to do this. You know, a lot of people say, look, elected officials, that's their job, but they can only do so much from the office. You know, they got families of their own because they're not Superman, they're not Superwoman, you know, so they still got things they got to do to protect their family and to be a family man or a family woman. These police officers, you know, if they're not on the block when it happens, they don't see. So us as people that live in the neighborhoods, we got to take the holistic approach and to show them that we care. We can police our own neighborhoods. You know what I'm talking about? We see a little kid doing something wrong, we don't have to wait for the cops to pass. You know, there's a way of talking to a person, a way of getting the person to relate to you. And sometimes it takes somebody outside the family, because my mom and my dad used to tell me all the time, boy, you're going the wrong way. My mom would say, look, you can know what I'm talking about when you have kids of your own. You know, so now I know. You know, it took somebody from outside the family to got me on the right track, you know, so I want to go back and do the same thing. You know, so there's a lot of things that need to be done, but it looks so bright now. The future looks so good. We got different leaders, different areas, and it's coming together, you know. You know, the Fightingville area looks real good. Every area, Truman looks good. Every area looks good in our community. But we come together and to take the neighborhood boundaries off and come together collectively as Lafayette, you can see things change.
Yep. Okay, what's the difference between this perspective on the south side and the north side? What's your opinion on that?
Okay, my opinion on the north side and the south side, okay. And it's just my opinion, like you say, my opinion.
Your opinion.
I'm gonna ask you the question, since you asked me, I'm gonna ask you a question. Once you cross Bertrand, name me a neighborhood. Do they have any hoods cross Bertrand?
No, not that I know of.
Elder
Well, I don't go on
Prime.
that side of town, so.
Elder-
With the exception of Elder Khan.
For the table.
You know, but you know that's apartments, you know. But at the end of the day, you know, we so divided with boundaries. You know, so the difference between the north side and the south side is that the south side is growing. The north side is not. We got things going on the north side that looks good, but come inside the north side. You know what I'm talking about? We still got some financial stability things going on. Economic development need to come up. We got a lot of things that even social changing. You see, the social way of life from the north side to the south side is two different social ways of life. You know, kids on the north side have it a little bit more rough. You understand what I'm saying? So when we judging somebody, or not really judging, when we're trying to counsel or mentor somebody, we got to have these folks in place that been to that struggle. You can have a college degree in 4 years in psychology, but if you've never been in that struggle, they may have this guy selling drugs. But if his daddy sold drugs, his uncle sold drugs, his mama was a prostitute, his sister selling her body, that's the normal looking to that guy. Somebody from the south side could come down and say, ooh, that's wrong. But if they had generations doing that in front of this guy, he think that's normal. So we got to educate and familiarize the community, and especially the inner city youth, that this is a better way of life they can be living. You know? So that's my opinion on the north side, the south side.
You want to piggyback on it, Ms. Mia?
I mean, he's hit everything. I mean, you know, just looking at a view of it, you know, look at our gateway, university. You know, when people are coming into Lafayette, you know, you can't just, okay, I'm going to beautify university, but if I go a block past university, it's not. No, we need to take a chance, take the time and work on every street that's behind university, behind Moss, on Moss, San Antoine. We can't just look at one and figure, okay, well, if we're correcting this, then the whole problem is corrected. No, it's not. You're just putting a Band-Aid on a small, bigger problem that's getting ready to happen. So, as you know, Mr. Josh said, we have to relate to what's going on for them to understand and for them to realize we're here to help you. We're not here to judge you. We're not here to walk behind you. We're not here to walk in front of you. We're here to walk on the side of you and hold your hand and walk through these problems and these struggles with you as a team. And that's what we're trying to do.
I know the majority of y'all attended the town hall meeting y'all had last week.
Yes.
Yes.
What is one thing that y'all learned from that, and what is one thing that y'all can try to move forward with from that town hall meeting?
I mean, I know that they were looking at the whole structure of bringing businesses in with that I-49 Connect. We need jobs now. And however that flows and however that goes, that's great. We need jobs now. Our youth and our adults in our city, we need jobs now. So let's take this, let's get businesses in here now. And however it flows with the I-49 Connect at whatever date that is, then we'll support it, we'll understand, we'll ask questions. But as of today, we need jobs now. That's what I took from it.
Go ahead, Mr. Jones.
All right, we need economic and financial stability on the north side of town. You know, you ride around I-49, you know, some of the businesses is in deplorable state or they done moved to the south side. But there are also businesses that's coming into our neighborhood and making millions off of us. You know, you go in every neighborhood You see somebody of a foreign descent in our neighborhood making money off us. You know what I'm talking about? You know, they got the Super Ones, they got the little DDS, they got all kind of little stores along the Willow Street. Me personally, my opinion, why don't these businesses give 5% back quarterly of what they make of 100% of our money? Give it back to the neighborhood that's making them millions.
You know, school or something.
You know, do something with the education. Give something back to the kids for back to school. You know, we had a lot of programs in place when I was a kid. You know, you could read so many books a month. You get a free personal pan pizza to Pizza Hut. They was bringing kids to Angola, to Hunts, to St. Gabriel, and all those programs has been cut. You know, and to be technically correct, in my opinion, we brought some kids to Hunts about 2 months ago. You was on that field trip, You didn't come with us? But we brought kids to Hunts. And the guy told me, one bad decision could lead to a lifelong lessons of bad decisions. You skip school because your homeboy said, oh man, you can't skip school, you're not no G. You skip school, you smoke that joint. Before you know it, whatever happens, you break into somebody's house. Before you know it, you're a juvenile with a rap sheet. Some colleges will take felons. You know what I'm saying? And what's crazy about it, these kids, 12, 13 years old, making babies, shooting people and everything like that. So I think we just gotta have these kids educated. We just don't have to police them. You know, we don't want to make no factory we don't want to have a factory or a pipeline straight to the correctional facilities, you know? So we gotta educate our youth young. We got boot camps at MP Moss Annex, but if the kids are bad, and you tell them kids they're bad, if you tell them they amount to nothing, if you say, well, you know, you're just like your uncle that's in the penitentiary, you ain't gonna be nothing, guess what? You're programming a kid. You're programming them. So at the end of the day, you gotta uplift and encourage. You know, you gotta uplift and encourage. You can do better. Man, that's a play. Man, one day, man, you're gonna be somebody. Man, you might be the next Barack Obama. Encourage that kid, you know, before you know that one advice, because I can go back to some people in the neighborhoods. They told me, Josh, man, look, a Camille Prince. Josh, man, what you doing, you deserve better than that. Don't do that. I got a whole different look on you, man. You can be somebody. Today he see me say, look, listen to me. You know, so we gotta encourage and we gotta educate. You know, we can't be watching Empire and Rosewood and all that stuff all the time and forget what's going on CNN and NSNBC. You know, we gotta watch the news. Because reality TV, I hate to say it, but it's programming people's minds too. That's just entertainment for them. They get millions entertaining, but some people want to live that lifestyle. You know? So we gotta just educate our people, man. Our youth is our future leaders. So us as adults gotta educate them because later on in life, that could be our leaders. The rules and the laws they're making, we could be 67 years old, sitting back waiting on our retirement. They still gonna be working on young people. So we gotta educate them to where Louisiana as a whole gonna be better. This world gonna be better. Because what's going on here is not just here, it's everywhere. We don't want no Baltimore. We don't want no New York. We don't want none of that stuff down here. We can't handle that.
Talking about education, what is your perspective on the school board trying to move the academies from Lafayette High to Northside to try to help build their numbers up?
Well, first of all, I got a daughter. James also had a daughter. I just graduated from Northside. And Northside High is a good school.
It's a great school.
Very great school. Kenneth Boudreaux's son has so much things on his paperwork, you know. I didn't know what to read and what to stop reading. you know, Reginald did real good. You know, so moving it to build Northside test schools up, bring the schools up, me, that's just my opinion again. If a student feel that a person don't care about them, or they just in there for a check, we gotta have people in our school system on our side of town that's teaching these kids because they want to teach kids. We don't want no teachers going there because, well, let me go make that little, let me go make that little wages I make today. You know, we don't want that. We want somebody that want to teach.
It's sincere, that's genuine. You know? Like Trev, man.
You know,
he should have still been over there.
Right. You know, and And it's not, man, look, man, and I hate to say it, I don't want to come off like I make a color barrier on certain issues, but sometimes it takes somebody that's been through it to teach a kid. You know what I'm talking about? You know, and you can't, some of our cultures is getting diminished because they got people in place that don't even know nothing about it. They focus on some things that shouldn't even be a focus on in school. Educate. You know?
Y'all got something to say on that?
Well, I kind of agree because, like, my journey with being a part of what we got going on now actually started. Well, my first speaking engagement started at Northside High, which was with Trevor's fault. You know, he's a childhood friend of mine. We grew up together. We were real close. And he was a coach at the time at Northside. And he was like, man, you need to come and speak to these kids over there. And I'm like, about what, Trev? Just about your life, man. He was like, man, it's a couple that I got on the fence that you probably can reach. They're not going to listen to me because I never lived that life. Just come over, man, and just share something with them, you know. So I said, well, I'm going to do that for you, Trev, you know, because I was more so behind the scenes when I would do things, when I would interact with the community. But, man, then going through what I heard he went through and him no longer being there, it reflects back on what Josh was saying. It's like you need some people in there that's sincere and genuine, that really care and can understand the cultural differences. You know, not just there for a check, like Josh just said, you know. And Trev was one of those people. You know, he would go in his own pocket to get football equipment. He would go in his own pocket to do things and take them kids places in order to help them be great, in order to lift their spirits up, not just coach them and teach them about football. You know, so they losing him at Northside was a grave loss to their school. You know, and in my perspective, that's the type of people they need over there. You know what I'm saying? And that'll help out a whole lot.
Right,
you know?
right.
People like Trevor's fault.
You say something, Mia? Go ahead.
I mean, to piggyback off of them, I definitely agree. I have a son that's a junior at Northside, and his freshman year, there was one teacher that wasn't helping him, and we found out later was somewhat bullying him. He came to me and he said, Mom, I want to go to Trev Falk Clearport. And I said, okay, all right. And since that time, he's now on honors. And Trev just honored him this last week of having him being Youth Mentor of the Year for him still standing up and assisting. So for me, Northside means a lot. It means, you know, home. You know, when my mom was a teacher at the old NP Moss, they took care of everybody. And there was no difference. It was, they cared, they loved. They disciplined you, but they did it out of love and concern. And you left walking away knowing something, knowing that this man, this woman is going to be there for me. And so them losing Trev is a huge loss. But I'm just so very grateful and honored that he still is there. He's still present. He hasn't left because of whatever, you know, happened. So, you know, when someone made a comment on the media that the kids and the people that can go there don't want to go there to Northside, I took offense to that. My son goes there and he chooses to go there, and because he could have gone to any other school for whatever, you know, program that they had. He chose to go there, and he loves it, and he's excelling. And I can't but not be proud of all of those youth over there for what they're doing and how this school has turned around, and their scores have just this year have gone up. So I mean, I commend, you know, Northside, their staff and everyone there, and their hard work and dedication that they're putting into it, and to keep it up, and for us as a community to continue to support them 100%, and I plan on doing that. So you know, I'm really proud of them.
Talking about support, why you think it's a bigger deal for people to support Northside than for them to support Lafayette High? Like, they support Lafayette High more easily than Northside. Why is that?
Money.
Yep.
It's a money thing.
You know what they say, money talk.
Right.
Guess what, huh?
and it's funny. It's funny to me. You know, it's kind of hilarious because Northside got good athletes.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm talking about? So I don't see why they shouldn't have no thing in place. I ain't talking about Northside, the community of Northside. I'm talking about the school board or whoever's in charge of different things, educational wise. Why did I have different things in place? Because if I go back to the very first game, me and Shannon Ozan and the group Unity 7, we put together the first member game for Draven and Jonathan. And me and Shannon Ozan, with Shannon Ozan Foundation, we purchased the shirts, printed the shirts, presented the plaques and game balls to both parents. And Coach Ricks is a very good guy. And the Northside whole athletic department is nice. And these kids took it, man, with pride, man. You know, I seen kids still this day wear the shirts with pride. You know, so if they support Northside athletics the way they should support Northside education, it'd be a good school. That's my opinion.
It's a good school regardless. It's just that the support is not there.
Right.
And once they get the support, they're gonna see the difference. Like,
And they have a lot of successful people come out of Northside. A lot of success. Too many to name.
They don't have a good support system.
yeah. If y'all was to start a support system for that school, how would y'all get started with that?
With their administration, talking with their administration, sitting down, which I think a lot of people have. I know Erica Williams does a lot at Northside, and I commend her. She has dedicated a lot of hours, their mentoring programs, getting with their counselors, sitting down and just, coming together as a whole, and then from that point, expanding on it. So I think that and I love the fact that their administration is open. And they're like, hey, you know what, let's sit down. Because you might have some schools or some people that say, we're not a part of that. They have an open door policy. So I think that, it's an amazing thing to go out and to do that. And I think that as a whole, I think we all need to. And, to just go out there and say, even to Erica, who's there all the time, you need help, let's come on, because they just built the deck. And it is beautiful. It's a beautiful deck. And for them to get that donated and everything that she's been doing for them is just an amazing, thing. And here's someone that's not from Lafayette, but has adopted this and has adopted the school and adopted the city and love it. So I think that it's great. So I think that we need to take from her, from Josh, and from Ms. Isabel, and from Ms. Joseph, and everyone up here, and just grow from that and expand that and take care of that and make sure that Northside is up there as they are. Continue with it.
Y'all want to touch base on anything else? Like,
Yes, he does.
go ahead, Mr. Josh.
Dwayne, can you hand me them things? You don't mind? Whenever my wife had talked to me, she said, Josh, do you know Isabella Mouton? And I said, no, I don't. And she kind of gave me a rundown. She said, well, they got a little organization, Girls Not Out of the System, where they get ladies together, where they have good, clean fun with no drama. So I said, well, what's going on? She said she wanted me to speak because my wife lost her son 3 years ago to murder, in Martin Luther King Day. She said, well, I don't speak, but you do a lot. So she said, can you talk to her and just give her some assistance? And from that day forward, my perception of day ones, a lot of people say day ones, oh man, that's the dude since kindergarten that been real with me. My day ones is who been real with me from day one. I don't care if I met you yesterday, that's our day one. You understand what I'm saying? So on the behalf of myself and 360 Collective, I want to present Ms. Isabella Mouton, recognition of valuable contributions to the community. And thank you for all you're doing, what God put on your heart to start with this, and we're behind you 100%. I want to present this to you.
Thank you.
And also Mr. Joseph James.
Okay.
I want to present this to you also.
Okay.
And I appreciate y'all, everything y'all doing. And let's not make this a one-time thing. Let's continue to partner in the community and do stuff in the community that where we can be the proper leaders that we're supposed to be.
Amen.
And I thank you very much, because I know I was calling you a lot, but I appreciate it. I really do.
No problem. No problem.
Y'all have anything else before we close the show?
Y'all come on out. Don't miss it.
June 2nd?
June 2nd
Oh, wait, June 2nd, where?
on 429 South Washington, which is known as the Block in the
The Block.
Fayetteville area. Y'all come on down. Don't miss it. It's gonna be very informative, very educational, very fun. Y'all gonna be amongst some quality people.
Amen.
So I'm gonna close out the show. For those who y'all go to the club on the weekend, y'all don't go to church on Sundays, so y'all come out on June 2nd on the block and y'all celebrate Stop the Violence with us. My name is Marquita Durrell, aka Pop. Till we meet again, y'all be safe, share the love. Thanks. Have a blessing.
I got your real name now. He's trying to keep it back. I got it now. Marquita Durrell.
Cameraman on camera one.
Josh, give me a hug. I appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you, brother.